Foxfire software proudly presents Foxfire WMS Product Overview. Topics include receiving, creation of inventory, directed put away, picking, labeling, and shipment.
And let's go and do a little bit of picking to go with this. Okay, and once again from the main menu, which is once again user configurable, and I would only get the opportunities for types of picking which are germane to my business requirements and my business rules. In this case, I'm actually going to do two different types of picking. I'm going to do some piece batch, and then I'm going to do some full LPN picking. Okay, on the handheld, I bring up piece batch, and it's going to ask me some general questions. Remember, for a lot of your batch picks, you're going to be pre-printing your shipping labels, your batch header labels, etc. So you hand the shipping labels out to your warehouse personnel to go out to pick. So in this case, we're going to scan our batch header, and with everything, we're going to need some sort of unit of movement in the warehouse, a skid, a pallet, etc. So in this case, I'm going to scan my skid. Okay, and it brings up screens very similar to like before, where it's going to ask me for the types of information that are needed to complete the task at hand. It's going to ask me for my from LPN. In this case, if you notice on the screen, it's going to be ADC 430. It's going to ask me for my shipping label, my temp label, as I walk through it. And it's then going to ask me for types of quantity. In this case, actually, if you look down at the bottom, it says to pick one each. I'm actually going to pick one each. This gives us our error checking and data correction needed for efficiencies in picking. So we scan it, type it in, and the system is now going querying the database to find out if there are any other tasks for this set of picks. Oh, it says they're not. It says actually piece picking is complete for batch 10. Now with things within warehouse management, I need to actually place my skid someplace. So in this case, it's going to give me a location. It's asking me to put it down in an order making location. So I scan that location, and the system says we've now dropped it in that location, and then goes back for me to put in my next task. Let's go ahead and escape out, and let's go ahead and do a full LPN or full pallet picking, because that way when we get to some of our shipping methodology, we have something for consolidation. So we're going to get a full LPN. Let's get a new LPN. Okay, now once again it's going to ask us for a unit of movement or a skid. Okay, in this case it's actually going to ask us for a different set, whether or not we're going to be doing zone picking, if they're pick types, etc. In this case we're actually going to be doing it by the wave, and we're working on wave 128. Okay, this screen looks a lot like the other one where it gives my from LPN, where I'm working from, types of information needed. Okay, so I'm going to scan my LPN, ADC 514. And if you notice on this, I'm actually not putting in a quantity in this time because it is a full LPN, or full pallet. It's going to ask me to now drop that skid because it's now done. And scan a location. Once again, it's an order making location, and the system then comes back and tells me information based upon it says I've now dropped that skid. That gives you a couple examples of types of picking methodologies available within Foxfire. But as I said before, there are a number of LPNs and types of picking methodologies available. Everything from piece batch, non-batch, replenishments, LPN strips, partials, fulls, etc. So picking methodologies are very, very robust within the Foxfire WMS.
We hope you've enjoyed today's presentation of Foxfire Software's WMS Overview. I'm Trent Keneally, Solutions Engineering. With questions, please call us at 864-868-5243 or email us at sales@foxfiresoftware.com. Thanks and have a good day.